So I'm going to tell you about a story about when I almost got beat up by a man because he thought I was sleeping with his wife in the bathroom stall at the Houston Improv. Okay?
Oh, what? Beat up by a man?
By a man, because his wife was helping me. So when I first started doing comedy, as we all know, I had a hot 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So it was all about what I was wearing on stage. It wasn't about my appearance. I even was happy to be like, I'm going to be the red bottom girl. Every time I get on stage, I got on red bottoms.
Right.
So it was all about my appearance. So with that being said, I had this contraption up under my clothes. A lot of people might know, you don't know. It's called body magic. And it takes a couple of people to get into.
One of the things.
Yeah, it's one of them things that sucks everything
right,
in.
right.
the biscuits. And the biscuits be rolled
Yeah,
up.
you got to pop it open.
Whoop, whoop. And so that was.
Right.
So, I still do this before a set. Before I perform, I got the BGs. I'm going to the bathroom.
Right.
It's
I'm the same
coming.
way. Every
it's
time.
Coming. It's coming. If I don't have it, I'm going to have a bad set because I'm just thinking, let me just go and do this.
Right.
So I went to the bathroom. I had somebody unzip me to get it out, so I'm butthole naked.
Right.
Butt booty hole naked.
Oh, it's the whole suit.
It's the whole. Oh yeah.
The one that. Okay.
Yeah, with the hole in the bottom that they should stop doing. But talking about ladies, you could just TT through that hole. That's a lie. Right. It's gonna hit all your legs. It's gonna tear you
It's
up.
all gotta come off.
All of it's gotta come off. So I'm butt booty hole naked,
Wow.
forgetting that I need somebody to help me.
Put
it back on.
Damn.
So I'm in the bathroom looking between, that little crack in between the bathroom stalls. I'm just waiting for people to come in to help me put it back on. Wow. So this nice lady named Kim, nice little Asian lady, she comes in. For one, it's scary already that you got a naked woman in the stall talking about, psst.
Right. That's a little awkward.
Yeah, and she's like, what is happening?
Right.
So she comes in, and I was like, can you please, I know this is awkward. I was like, I'm completely naked back here, but I need help. Now, mind you, I'm getting ready to perform.
Right.
And this is back in the day when I had just started performing. Like I said, I got a hot 3 minutes.
Right.
So I'm first. If you blink,
Right.
if you late, you're going to miss my whole set. Right. So I was like, please, ma'am, can you help me get this on? And she was like, sure, no problem. I'm noticing that she's upset because she's in the bathroom. She was like, yeah, I don't have a problem. She goes, me and my husband just got into an argument. So she's telling me all of this.
As she's trying to help you.
Well, no, we ain't even got to that.
Oh,
I'm just standing in there, booty hole
just
naked. Women, we bond.
Right.
We bond. So,
I was just thinking this would never happen in the men's bathroom.
Y'all can't do it.
You can never. Hey,
Sex
bro, real
cannot
quick.
be out. Nope.
Come up here real quick. Hey, fam. Never mind my penis right here. Just come here real quick, dog. Help me get this off my leg.
So she's telling me her story, body magic in hand, and she's telling me her and her husband are having an argument, and she's just totally upset, and she doesn't know what to do. So now we're getting ready to start putting it back on. Now, if you've ever seen these contraptions put on, the sounds that you make. Because I'm having to push all the fat that's on my body into this one little contraption. Yeah. Lo and behold, she's in the bathroom too long.
Oh, no.
She's in the bathroom too long.
Oh, no. Don't tell me. Oh, no.
I'm thinking it's just a regular person just needing it. Because sometimes, when it calls you,
Right.
you're running in there
Gotta
like,
go.
oh, I got to go. It's her whole husband.
Wow.
So instead of her just saying, hey, this is Crystal. She's a comedian. She's on the show. He hears the noise, and he's like, come out. And at that point, I'm like, no, wait. Is he mad at you or is he mad at us? Right. He's like, what are you doing in there with my wife? I said, nothing, sir, nothing. I'm just trying. Then at this point, I'm like, but I'm naked. So why are you in the bathroom, sir? Can you get out?
In?
No, he didn't come in the stall. He threw the little slide. She doesn't want to go out. I don't want to go out. But I'm like, maybe you need to go out because he's mad at me now.
What?
It's a whole big deal. I miss my whole performance.
What?
I miss my whole Houston Improv.
Wow.
Miss my whole performance. They have to escort this man out of the bathroom. I felt so bad for this lady because she was terrified.
Wow.
And I was like, is he beating her at home? I want to say wink, blink, or something.
Right. Give me a sign.
Give me a sign, ma'am, that you need to stay with me. But he was so angry. And I was even like holding it out saying, she just trying to help me put this on. She trying to help me put this on. It didn't matter. It did not matter. He was like, what are you doing with my wife? And then he was like, that's what I should have known. Oh, you're into women now? You're into women now? And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, maybe you should be.
Right.
Total situation and miss my whole set.
Damn, you coming out of the bathroom. Wait just
No, they end up leaving out and and that's the thing. I didn't have a phone because I could have easily called people that were there and been like, bitch, come to the bathroom and help me put this shit on. But I just ran to the bathroom real quick, you go to use the bathroom before my set.
And missed the whole shit.
And missed my whole show.
Damn. Well, shout out to Kim. Kim,
Yeah.
if you're watching this.
Yes, Kim.
We can help you. Kim, Leave him.
Kim, please, because he was so.
This is an Asian dude. They were an Asian couple.
Yeah, both were an Asian couple, but he looked like he was Asian and American. Like I don't think he was full Asian, but she was.
Wow.
Then I started thinking like, well, Lord, what is this
What's
situation?
next? Right.
What is he gonna do? Because she was terrified. She didn't even want to get out of the stall, and I'm like, get out, cause it ain't nothing going on here. He was like, oh, you're into women now. You're into women, and I'm like, this is the kind of stuff that you dealing with.
Wow.
But the deal about that is I used to be so consumed with the wrong thing when I first started doing stand-up. It was just all about, what you're gonna look like and what's this and what's that. And now I can go up there and
be yourself and
be myself and be in some flats and a t-shirt and keep like today. I was so excited to wear a dress because I'm so active on stage. I could never wear a dress on stage.
I never seen you really with dresses on stage.
Yeah, you've never seen me. Because I be up there tumbling and running and somersaulting. I don't need to show nobody no hoo-ha. You don't want to see this. So, yeah, and I couldn't believe it. And I was just so distraught because, as a comedian, especially starting out, to be able to perform at an improv, that's a big deal.
That's huge, right? Just to be able to be on that show.
Yeah,
that means you're a real comic at that point.
That means you're a real comic.
Right.
But, I missed that night. That came and gone. And then I was thinking, they were like, okay, well, you can go up. But Ali Sadiq was performing that night. So do you really think at that time with 3 minutes that I was going to go behind Ali of Houston?
Yeah.
No, sir. So who's not performing tonight?
It's me.
This one. I couldn't believe it. But all over. And I still wear it. I just like the other night I had on a outfit and I forgot that I needed someone.
Some support.
To help me get it. And I was like, if I have to sleep in this bodysuit tonight, I'm going to be. Because usually in my hotels, I'll stop at the front desk and I'll be like, can you unzip this for me? Because you on the road by yourself, you don't have anybody to help you get out of these contraptions. So fellas, stop asking women why we go to the bathroom in pairs. It's to get undressed and to get back dressed. We need to help each other.
See there?
That's what it's about. But missed my whole
shit.
Missed my whole
I'm curious about this. What made you change your set from just because I think a lot of comics fall into that phase, especially early on, where they kind of thinking they're giving the people what they want. I'm going to give you some material I think you want to hear. And then you evolve to, I'm going to give you me. I'm going to give you to who I am. So what moment led up to you really coming into comfortability with yourself to just, create your own set about yourself?
Learning who I was and then starting to really feel like it's not just about the audience. Because when you first start doing comedy, when I can't speak for anyone else, you're all about wanting to please the audience. But what people don't realize is that's therapy for us too.
Right.
And one of my biggest prayers is when I get off of that stage, I want to feel good about what I just did. Right. So when I started being true to myself and truly being transparent and not worried about the judgment, then that's when I was able to really give them what they wanted because that's what they're going through themselves.
Come on.
Yeah.
You little young dogs, pay attention.
Man, listen, it's about, not being selfish, but kind of, sort of, it is like you're only up there by yourself. We don't have no band. We don't have no background dancers. It's just us and our thoughts.
Right.
So you have to, especially if you're going to sit up there for 45 minutes to an hour, you better get comfortable with yourself or that's when you'll learn and you'll start doing other people's bits because you'll be like, well, let me get them what I think they want.
Exactly.
Let me get them. But if you stay true to who you are, I promise you there are other people that are going through something the same way or they know someone that's going through it. So and you can always tell your story.
Right.
If it's in your wheelhouse and something you've gone through, that's easy.
That's your truth.
Yeah, that's your truth.
That's the best place to stay.
Yeah.
Yep. And the cool thing about that is as you grow in your career, you won't feel like you have to shift up and change up and let me try to do this. You're not going to have as much pressure because it's like, this is the same me I've been doing and I'm being the same me. And eventually you wake up and say, me does work. I'll be damned.
And they like me.
And I say all that to say, for those of y'all that don't know, me and Crystal, we go back a little bit.
Way back.
So I'm from Shreveport.
Yeah.
She from East Texas, like near Tyler.
Mm-hmm. And, born in Tyler, raised in Tatum.
So both of us are kind of from down south, and we've been kind
country people. He don't want to say it.
Yeah.
We from the sticks.
Screen dough, cornbread. You know what I'm saying? Mosquito.
Used to run barefoot.
Bugs and
blowing
shit.
in the fan.
All of that. And we've been on the grind for years, and we connected in Dallas a couple of times. We've crossed paths in LA,
New York.
So I say all that to say, New York. I say all that to say, number one, I'm proud of you.
Thank
you know what I'm saying?
Thank
Because
you.
we've grown and evolved, but we've been consistently kind of doing the same thing that we're doing now. I've been producing and hosting and trying to perform when I can. You've been grinding on the road, and fast forward to all this time, we're essentially doing the same thing, but our positions have elevated since
Yes.
then. So I wanted to give shout out and recognition
He
to
giving
you
me
for
my
doing
flowers,
that.
y'all.
I'm
He
giving you
giving
your
me my
flowers now.
flowers. I like tulips, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Give her the tulips now.
No, but as long as I've known you, and that's how we met. We met
Yeah.
with you coming up saying, "Hey, my name is Charlie Wilson,"
Yeah.
and you know me because I love Charlie Wilson, the singer. I was like, Charlie Wilson.
Right.
But as long as I've known you, you've been hustling and producing
Yeah.
and doing what you got to do. But the main thing about you that I love is that you've maintained and always been a good person.
Yeah.
You're not one of the sleazeballs out there that's like, yeah, I'll give you 10 minutes if you rub my scrotum. If I rub your scrotum, it better be for a 3-picture deal on Lionsgate.
Right,
Trust and
right,
believe.
right.
You know
Not
what I
for
mean?
no 150.
Please, not for no 150.
Right,
So,
right.
you know, it's good to see people that are doing it the right way, that are, you know, like I was just telling Sarah, like, we're stronger in numbers, and it's enough for everybody.
Right,
it's
right.
enough for everybody. So let's all get along, have some fun, because look at what we get to do.
Right.
Look what we get to
What
do.
a
Like
blessing.
I said, you know, you want your audience to be happy, but this is food for our soul.
Right.
We get to sleep good at
Chicken
night.
noodle soup for your soul. Bitch.
Yeah. So
Straight
how
up.
dare I complain? And if I do, I need somebody to just smack me on the fat part of my neck. Just
Right.
sweating right
Man,
now.
I used to do that back in school. Back in the-
the
give me that
day.
neck. Remember that shit?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah,
Give me
I
that neck.
remember. We ain't the same age, Charlie. I'm
Right.
younger than you. Don't
Oh,
try
shit,
to
you
date
are.
me.
You are.
Don't
You are.
date me, even though I'm sweating like a Whitney Houston over here.
Right.
And yeah, but don't do it. Yeah.
Dope. Yo, so you've been busy.
I've been busy.
watching you, and I didn't know it was coming, but I see you on tour. You got the Vivica Fox tour. I said okay, and you got the dopest lineup with you. I've seen all these ladies perform live, and all of them are super dope and funny. And I think you make such a great addition to the team. And seeing y'all grind together, I'm just kind of like, I love to see it every time.
Listen, it is such a blessing. Like, we were the only tour, really.
So tell us about that.
Okay.
You're on tour. It's Vivica Fox's.
Vivica Fox is our host, and
Gotcha.
Vivica doing her thing.
Nice.
And you know, you would want that another female comedian would be the one to reach back and grab us.
Right,
But Vivica
right.
saw us and was like, "Hey, y'all got something? I want to be a part of it." And it makes
Wow.
a difference. When we do our shows, we have our shows. But when Vivica's hosting, it's
Right.
like the red carpet, the lights,
Right,
the paparazzi, the
right.
good shrimp comes out, not the frozen when they have the
Right.
good coconut
Right,
shrimp. When she shows up, it's a deal. And it's amazing because first off, we all get along great.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we have so much fun off the scene and
Right.
off the stage. When we get to the stage, it's like, okay, let's go do this real quick so we can get back
Go
to
kick
having
it.
fun. But when I tell you iron sharpens iron, because it's myself, Just Niche,
Yeah.
Kelly Kells, Ashima Franklin, and we switch it up. Who wants to go first? Who you might have
Oh,
the bubble
nice.
guts that night. Okay, you start off. You might your feet might be hurting. You don't want to close it out, but you gotta come with that heat, or
Right.
you're gonna get embarrassed real quick. I mean,
Because everybody's cold on the show,
everybody
too.
is sick with it. I mean, it's.
Right.
I mean, like, and I'm happy about it because, you know, they always say, you know, women aren't funny,
Yeah.
and we can't have I don't want to go to a show with all women.
Yeah.
But if you look out in the audience,
Yeah.
you're going to see a 6 type of women. You're not going to see a 6 type of men. A
Right.
man is going to come with his woman, or you might get 2 dudes.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
But our audience is women. So
Right.
why would you not want to hear some stuff from some women?
Right.
And get to look at some cuteness in the meantime.
Facts.
Think.
Right.
Use your assets, ladies.
Right.
Use them. Yeah.
Right.
So it's a beautiful thing. It's a blessing. And I'm excited about it because we were the only tour, not the only, let me not say the only, but we were fortunate enough to actually work. We was out in them COVID streets taking chances,
Yeah.
COVID chances. We were actually out, you know, during pandemic.
saw
I'll
it,
never
remember.
forget July 1st. I kept saying, nobody's coming to this show.
Right.
Why are we out here? But I was broke, so I needed to.
Right.
So,
Say, let's go
yeah,
do
so
it.
let's go and do it. But we were in Atlanta. We had 5 shows, and they
Oh,
were
Atlanta
so-
never closed.
They didn't. They
never
didn't.
closed.
Houston didn't either. They had a Too Short concert. How do you help, bitch, with a mask on?
Right,
Come on,
right.
man. They weren't
What's
closed.
my favorite word? Everybody's like, woo, 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 woo.
They nope.
No
none of
mask
that.
at all?
None.
Oh, shit.
None. But I remember our first show was July. And I was so nervous.
Yeah.
And I was worried. I was like, man, we out here and ain't nobody gonna show up. We here. We lines around the corner sold out. I was like, okay, y'all okay. And then I was like, super spreader. That didn't go off too well. I stopped saying that. But yeah, they were very, very supportive.
It was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, they
This
were like,
was
wait,
my
yeah,
shit.
I would start out, thank y'all for coming. This is a super spreader. And they'd be like,
Right.
Yeah, so I'm excited. And I'm truly, truly blessed. Like,
Gotcha.
just for us to be able to gel like that because, you know, we all know each other.
How did y'all all come together like that anyway?
Okay, so Nisha and I both, did Comedy Central, Kevin Hart, and then Kelly and Shima did Ready to Love. And during
That's right, she did.
Yeah, she did Ready to Love, and I was getting ready to do Ready to Love during my separation.
Oh,
so that's how me and Ashima came together. And then
Gotcha.
me and Kelly were at the Comedy Awards, and all of us just meshed.
Gotcha.
And so when people see us, they can't believe that we haven't been working together for years.
Right.
They cannot believe it. And I'll tell y'all, if you getting you a tour together, funny is funny, but get with people that you get along with, because you got 30 minutes on stage,
Right.
but the other 23 hours,
Right.
you got to be around like-minded people, because some people,
Right.
So that's a big part of the puzzle, and that's why it's okay, and that's why it really, really works. The funny is there. The funny is going to be funny,
Right.
and iron sharpens iron. So I like the fact that if I see Kelly go up, I'll be like, oh, here she go. Get
Right.
it together,
Right,
bitch, or
right,
you going
right.
to get embarrassed. Or
Right.
Ashima, we all have to do that, because it's just not any weak links on the tour, and it makes us all better.
That's
and then,
dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Girl, well, again, I'm hella proud. I've been seeing you just all over the place, especially as of recently. What would you say? Because you got a lot of shit that's been going on. But what would you say is like the highest accomplishment that you're the most proud of? Your best accolade? Would you say? Obviously, they coming and going here and there.
That's a good one.
But is there anything that really just makes you feel proud to say, yeah, I got to do this?
I was really proud of America's Got Talent because it was during the pandemic.
Ah.
And I performed like this right here. It was no audience.
What?
It was nothing. And to be able to go through with that, because I'll never forget it. It was March 13th. It was Friday 13th, and I was back there being superstitious. I was like, oh, Lord, it's Friday 13th. They saying we finna die, and it ain't no audience.
Yeah, the
But
March
we
is
had-
when it first went
Yeah,
too.
I guess how I was doing on my unemployment. I know it was March 13th because that was the day we was filming. And when I tell you it went dark after that, so I'm really proud of that, because, a lot of people know America's Got Talent, that kind of takes your career. You can
Right.
start, work begets work, and
Right.
you get more things. But then that happened. Then my second round, I didn't get to go because I didn't have a place to perform. They were like, you need a garage. I said, my apartment building has shut down. They don't want to see us at all.
Yeah.
But for me to stay relevant and stay afloat
Right.
during this time, because a lot of people, unfortunately, and I hope they're able to come back, a lot of people had to stop doing comedy.
Right.
So even though I didn't get all of the networking from it and be able to, say, oh, it's still there. So for me to be able to do it during a pandemic with no audience,
Right.
and I'll never forget it, the night that they told me that I wasn't going on, I threw a fit, because I was like, wait, why am I not going to the next round? I didn't even perform.
Right.
And they were like, we just can't, you're just not going to make it to the next round.
Wow.
I'll never forget that night. I was coming home. Had dropped my girlfriend off because everybody was at my house to watch, to see what the results were going to be.
Right.
And my phone was where I was throwing a little pity party. I had to walk of shame back to my apartment because, I was hurt and upset.
That's a big deal.
And my phone is ringing. It's midnight and it's private. And I'm like, who the fuck is calling me private right now? And so I answer like, hello? And it's a British. She said, oh, I'm so sorry. Is this Crystal Powell? And I was like,
Change your shit up real
look,
quick.
and I was like, it can't be a bill collector. It's midnight. And I was like, yes, this is she. She said, hold the line, please. It's fucking Simon.
What?
It's fucking Simon Cowell, yes.
Wow.
And he called me and he said, I absolutely adore you. He goes, I liked you the moment you came on stage. He goes, but tonight, for the simple fact that you stood up for yourself, he goes, I love you even more. He was like, I have my own production company. He said, I can't give you a promise. He said, but I promise you, you'll get more work from this. I promise you. And look, the next week he broke his goddamn back. I was like, please survive, Simon.
Right. Somebody help him up, man.
Please.
Help him up.
Yeah, them electrical bikes, if you ain't pedaling this, not the right bike, no way, you're cheating. So I would definitely say it's America's Got
shit.
Talent.
Wow.
That's my deal. And I just did Discovery Plus Dog for Games with Kim Whitley. So,
I saw you out there on set.
so,
That looked dope.
I ain't tooting my own horn, but
Yeah. Toot, toot.
toot, toot. Yeah, so
On Discovery Plus.
Discovery
What is
Plus.
it called?
It's called Dog Games, and it's basically a dog competition where regular people have their dogs, and they show off the talents of their dogs. And I'm just anytime I can get on television as myself and not a
right.
character, I'm excited.
That's
So,
a win.
Yeah, that's a
Because
win.
it's easy to show up. You just got to do you.
Man, and it's real if y'all want to see it. It's on fire. So,
Right.
yeah, I have no complaints besides wanting to be thinner and a little bit more money. Other than that, I'm living a dream. I'm excited. I'm happy. And I
Nice.
try to just make sure I just try to spread that love And if I know a booker or if I know a easier way, I'm sharing that information.
Yeah.
I'm sharing that information. And in our culture, they always want to say, it's crabs in a bucket, it's crabs in a bucket. And this is the analogy that I use, and I try to give us a little bit of grace just because of our background. Look at the kid whose mom puts a Snicker in his lunchbox every day. Every day he know it's bad sugar. He gonna have diabetes, but he gets a snack in his lunch kit every day. He's gonna share that. You want a snack? You want a snack? Because he knows he's gonna have another snack the next day. But for those of us whose mama put a snack in their lunchbox once every 6 months, they not sharing it because they don't know when they're gonna get another one. They have no idea when that next snack is going to come. So how dare I share this because I don't know when I'm going to get another.
Right.
And that's how it is in the industry. That's how I look at it. So I just try to give, especially our culture, a little bit of grace when people don't want to share information. Just like, the Laugh After Dark season 3 and 4 that I'm trying best to get on.
Right.
When people don't want, if you didn't want to share that information with me, I can't just be so upset because, of our history and our background and things. But we are evolving. We are getting better. And, when you know better, you do better. Right. And so that's why any information, I'm an open book. If I got information, if I got a booker's information, if I know somebody that's booking this, or if I know somebody that's doing this, I'm sharing.
Gotcha.
Because guess what? When I'm giving you this, my hand is open to receive.
Look out now. We got a whole message for y'all ass today. If you don't write a book and go on and do a book tour here.
I mean, because we from the South,
Facts.
And I'm not saying
it's
that.
It's worse in the South, I think, in terms of the people that don't want to give because there's less to go around. There's less opportunity.
Around.
And when you go back down south, now that you've been out here, everybody, hey, what was you got? Maybe you got to get your info.
Can you?
Right, lock me in. Lock me in.
So, I mean, in this business, we were talking about it earlier. Anytime the good guys are winning and the good guys are getting their props and their accolades and their flowers, I'm all for it because it's nothing worse than seeing someone that's hilarious, that's super talented, but then they're an asshole. Right.
Yeah. It's like you messing it up for yourself. Right.
And I would rather not work than to be in those types. Because first of all, I get anxious, start doing, self-destruction and all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't work well with my personality. So
nice.
I got no complaints. I have none, Charlie. Life is good, and I am so blessed to be able to, because I got into comedy. Nobody know. I got into comedy because I lost my mother because she had a massive heart attack at 56.
Oh shit! I had no idea.
Yeah,
that's what led you into comedy.
That's what led me. Well, that's what led me to California. Gotcha. I wanted to get as far away from everybody in Texas because I have a huge family. My mother was the oldest, and everybody just depended on my mom. So when that happened, I just wanted to leave. Yeah. I ended up in Vallejo, California, because when you're in college, nobody says what city. They just say, "Oh, I'm from California." Right. So I was like, "I'm gonna go to California," but I kept saying, "Where's the Hollywood sign?" She said, "Oh, about 6 hours that way." So I came out here, started doing background because I wanted to be an actor. I was like, "Oh,
right. Let me just get on set."
And I did get on set, and I got into the union really quickly before I needed to be, because then I had to go to real auditions. So my agent at the time said, "You know what? Every time you go to an audition, they're saying you're too tight. So just start trying go to improv and just do some improv." Gotcha. So I went over there to Groundlings. And I had a bet. They were like, "Man, you ain't never did stand up." And I was like, "No." I was like, when I was a child, that's how I'd get out of whoopings. Mama, you don't want to whoop me, girl, do you? That's how I'd get out of whoopings. Right. Or she'd laugh and then be like, "I'm on that ass, though." Right. Or that's how I'd get to stay up on Friday nights when my parents were having their little shindigs. Yeah. Oh, I'd come through.
Give him a little giggle.
Oh, yeah.
Give him a little giggle.
Yeah, go in there. Girl, Krista, do that. Black families, they either have you dancing or mocking somebody. Right. So when they bet me, they said, "I bet you I'll give you $50 if you go to open mic right there at Ha Ha." Wow. Mike gave me my first shot. I got booked my first night. Then even after that, I was like, ooh, comedy can pay for acting classes. It wasn't until I started getting into real time on stage to where I started feeling like, you
started
good.
to get that feeling. Yeah, it's like a drug when it hits you.
This feels good.
It's in my veins.
Oh, I can do this. Yeah. And then that's when I was like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Especially when you have a show and you get someone that comes up to you after and they're like, because for 30, 45 minutes to an hour, hopefully we can make people forget about their problems.
Right.
So you'll have people come. I had a lady come up to me and she was like, I haven't left out of my house in 18 months because I was going through a divorce and my girlfriend drugged me here.
Wow.
And she said, and you gave me life. And I said, sister, you gave it right back. So that's
Right.
when I know what I finally, because I've done everything. I was a school teacher. I played professional football.
Wow.
I was a flight attendant.
decent as a
I played-
football. I've seen
don't
your
let
old
the
highlight.
bundles fool you.
Yeah.
I can outrun a
She
lot of
run
people.
motherfuckers
Yeah.
over out here. I thought I seen an old flick a
Yeah.
while back. You had the
The
little
Houston
shit.
Energy, we won a championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a tomboy up under all of this.
Yeah.
But now I realize that's why all those other things that I did, Sally Mae, please stop calling me about the student loans. I
Right.
voted for Biden just because he said he was going to forgive them
Right.
loans, and he acting like he got amnesia now. But I'm not using that. I have done everything, and this is the first thing that challenges me on a daily basis and also gives me that gratification. So
That's
I'm
a
where I'm
win.
supposed to be.
That's a girl. This,
Don't do it.
I'm just so proud of you, girl. You're making the city so
Man,
proud.
I'm trying.
No.
I'm doing. I said I was going to stop that. And I'm also big on vibrations.
Yeah.
I listen to Abraham Hicks. Shout out to Taja B. Simpson because she turned me on to it.
Yeah.
I'm all about the food and the people that I'm around. So, yeah, I don't want to block it. Like coming here, if I want this to be great, it starts up here.
Exactly.
And I have to speak that and live that and walk that.
And put that out.
And
So it
put
comes
that
out.
out there. So I ain't got
What's
no
up?
complaints.
That's
I ain't
what's
got no
up. Well,
complaints.
girl,
Yeah.
I'm glad we got a chance to catch up. You got a chance to
Yes.
come through. You're so busy and you flowing. Please let people know where they can find you, where they can learn more about the tour, where they can follow you, what to look for next,
Yes.
so we can direct them.
Alrighty, well, on all social platforms, Crystal P Comedy. Please follow me, because Lord, today I ain't got but 8 followers, and Hollywood acts like you need to have a lot, regardless of your funny.
Right,
So please follow
right.
your girl. We also have a Funny by Nature tour, IG as well. Right now, next weekend, I'm in Arlington, Virginia at the Draft House. Then I'll be in Dallas at the Improv.
Detail.
And then I have my own show, Coffee with Crystal, and we're doing season 2.
Nice.
So congratulations to all
Nice.
of this, because
There you
I
go.
know what it takes. Think to put your own stuff together. So, and it's a couple of things that are in the fire.
pot,
yeah,
yeah.
you just put them all out there like they do
Right.
with spaghetti. If you keep throwing it, when it stick to the wall, that's when you know it's ready. So.
Crystal Powell, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop a bomb for Crystal
Yeah.
Powell one time. Yo, man, it's been another dope, glorious episode of Do Tell with Laugh After Dark. I've been your boy, Charlie Wilson TV. As you know, if you don't know, we in downtown Las Vegas every Saturday night. Our residency has just started, so make sure you check out laughafterdark.com to stay connected and see all of our dope, fire, live comedy shows. So laughafterdark.com, downtown Vegas, every Saturday night. We had Notoriety Live. So, yeah. I think by the time people see this, we already had the first show down. So,
Yeah.
we're excited to get things right.
Congratulations,
So,
Laughter After Dark, and you, Charlie. This is big.
thank you, boo.
Thanks for having me. I
Cheers,
really appreciate
cheers.
it. Take it to the head.
Hey. LAD, see you next time, baby. Did you like that? Come on, man. That was a good-ass episode, man. Look, I don't want you to miss out on the next one. Take a quick minute, hit the subscribe button down below. That way you can get a notification. And you don't want to miss out? You don't want to miss out? I'm looking out for you. I'll see you guys on the next episode.